There are at least 2.7 million people in Kenya involved in the potato value chain, and at least 800,000 of them are small-scale farmers. All these people contributing an estimated 50 billion shillings to the Kenyan economy. And the county of Nyandarua is said to be the biggest producer of potatoes in Kenya, accounting for at least 40 to 60% of all the potatoes produced in the country. But then the problem is that even with all these people in the chain, the production is still very low. And right now we are in Nyandarua County, and these people you see here are here today attending the Nyandarua County Potato Trade Fair to learn more on how to improve their productivity as farmers and how they can also get to the market.
Although we are the leading county in potato production, we are only at about 40% efficiency.
The Irish potato is increasingly becoming an important food source in Kenya, edging its way into the number 2 spot in terms of importance on the plate. Total production is now estimated at 3 million tons, 90% of which is consumed at home. This then leaves the processing industry with only 10% to share amongst themselves.
The processors today are not meeting what they need. Most of them are operating at 50% of the installed capacity.
We have a 15-ton capacity per day, but at the moment we are barely doing 5 tons a day. Yeah, that is because we don't get you don't commit yourself so much because you don't get the quality that you need.
Though there are enough potatoes in the country during harvesting, the varieties do not meet specifications required for making chips and crisps. This is because farmers are not growing varieties that are meant for these snacks. Shangi, a variety grown by 80% of the potato farmers, is said to have too much water and too much sugar, thereby affecting the quality of the products made.
Now, it's not that we cannot produce the varieties that they're looking for. It's only that we are not consistent. Our farmers are not consistent and are not producing at scales that these markets are looking for. And so we are saying to these markets that instead of importing your produce from Egypt and other parts like South Africa, why don't we work together to build the farmer, to build the capacity of the farmer?
This fair is not just about improving farmers' yields. Several deals have been inked here to 1. Get the processors to contract farmers, thereby providing a direct access to a market. 2. To get the Agricultural Finance Corporation to provide financing to these farmers. And thirdly, organize the farmers into cooperatives for better economies of scale.
Tumetengeneza vikundi, kwanza sio vikundi, ni cooperatives. Yes. Kama kwetu Mirangine, mimi ni chairman wa cooperative inaitwa Mirangine Green Silver Farmers.
There are a number of policy regulations that we are encouraging the county government to look at. First is collection centers, so that we don't have traders knocking at farm gates for each farmer. So that when the farmers produce, when the produce is ready, and because they're organized in groups, each group can take to a collection center that will be identified for them.
Tukiuza viazi yetu, serikali ilikuwa imepitisha tutauza na 50 kgs, lakini hiyo kitu imeisha sasa. Sasa tunauza hata more than, hiyo gunia tunauza ni about 200 kgs or more. Hiyo gunia kubwa ya 200 tunauza na 2200. Hiyo 50 tulikuwa tunauza from 7,000 to 1,000.
The case has lapsed in court, so now the national government is now gazetting the regulations for the 50 kilo bag.
But even as this consortium works to grow yields from the current average of 7 tons per hectare to at least 40 tons, the industry still faces an acute problem of availability of certified seed.
I think we are only able to supply 3% of the total requirement of the potato seeds.
This contracted system is targeting 23,000 farmers across the country. Zeynab Wandati, NTV, for Food Friday.